weeks ago, I attended my college orientation at Texas State University. And to prepare for this, I was looking for videos on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram of people that had already gone, kind of hoping that they would depict the information that I would need and like what I need to bring and the experience and stuff. And I didn't really find that. There are videos and there are good videos, but I wanted like specifics and stuff. So I figured I would take it upon myself to provide the specifics, or the specifics that I received, or that I could gather. I'm going to describe everything in chronological order, and then at the end I'll give some general notes. Hopefully everything is helpful. Without further ado, this is Texas State Freshman Orientation 2024. This is an egregious bag tour. Okay, this is everything I plan on bringing. I don't know if I'm going to use all of this, but we'll see. Body wash and lotion, travel size, obviously. It's Texas. There's gonna be a lot of walking. I'm assuming we'll be showering at the end of the day. A pen, because you gotta sign stuff sometimes. So it's good to keep a pen on you. Hand sanitizer on my bag. I'm bringing this fan because I'm dramatic and because it's gonna be hot and because I'm dramatic. Travel size perfume, just travel size cosmetics like that. Basic stuff like clothes, like socks, shirt, shorts, whatever you're gonna wear the next day. And I'm probably gonna bring just a shirt to sleep in and then sleep in my shorts because it's not that serious to me. I don't know, well, whatever. Bed sheets. If you're doing the overnight orientation, you need bed sheets because you're staying in the dorm overnight. They're not gonna give them to you. I also am bringing a small blanket and I'm gonna wear a sweater. Like I brought a thin sweater that I can wear inside the auditoriums if it's cold during presentations or whatever. And so I don't have to bring like a thick, heavy, it's mostly for cargo purposes, but like it's an overnight thing. So if I'm cold for one night, like I'll live. And then I went to Target just now. I got shower shoes. I'm bringing body wash. I'm assuming I'm gonna shower. Got some cheap shower shoes. These are like $5. A towel. These are probably good for dorm too, but these super duper thin towels that'll fit in your backpack nice and flat. Sunscreen, because the UV is supposed to be super high tomorrow and the temperature's also supposed to be super high. And spray on deodorant because this stuff is easier to put on than the stick. I think that is everything. If you feel like you need to bring something, I would bring it, but it's an overnight trip. It's like a sleepover. I think I'll also bring my iPad so that I can take notes. Also, a power bank. This is the kind that you just plug into your phone and you can carry it with you. Charging it right now, taking that tomorrow. And then some light makeup. It's gonna be hot, so I'm just gonna wear like BB cream, mascara, nothing insane. No cut crease on orientation day. We're gonna do some light makeup. I'm up way too early. It's my alarm clock's also my light. So I looked at it to see the time, but it's too bright right now for me to see the time. It's probably like 6 o'clock. St. Marcus is probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half away. Probably less than that. Yesterday, when I was packing, oh crap. Sorry. I was complaining about not having an itinerary. There was an itinerary, and I just didn't see it. So, my sincerest apologies to Texas State University. I was not familiar with your game. I got dressed a minute ago and I took my bag down. My dad was like, "We're up really early. We have a lot of time." I was like, what am I supposed to do? Base is just, I didn't keep it with me, but it's just like moisturizer, and BB cream, because it's too hot for foundation. I'm not wearing foundation. Generally, I am excited. I'm not really a socially gifted person. I have no problem with people. I love people. I just typically love them from afar. So, today is probably going to have a lot of, "My name is Mia and I'm majoring in theater and I'm so excited to be a bobcat." I'm not looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to like meeting people with my major and people that are gonna be, in my building and people that I'm gonna see around and registering all the new NPCs in my in the code for the updated level. You know what I mean? You have to do it to meet new people. You have to talk to them. Shocking, right? But I don't like that. Every good friendship I've probably ever had has happened by circumstance, or we made friends and started talking through proximity, like having a class together or whatever. I'm really not the kind of person to be like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Do you want to go get coffee sometime? Nothing against people that are like that. Bless your heart, because how did you do it? I could never do that. Trying to be more outgoing, just in general. Like, I've been talking to people through Instagram and like Meet Your Class. I've met some pretty cool people through that. And I have a couple friends from my high school that are going. So I'm not terribly worried about making friends. I'm not like a unsociable person. I'm not good at starting conversations, but I'm good at keeping them going. I'm a D1 yapper once you approach me. Okay, I've officially been doing my eyebrows for 4 whole minutes, and they still look kind of bad, but I don't care. Will they melt off? Maybe. I was discussing with a friend. I should have known, but I didn't know that Istanbul was in Turkey and not near Turkey. I thought it was its own thing. It's not. It's in there. I felt very American when I didn't know that. And I took college level geography, so I really have no excuse. For the most part, when you get there, it's presentations and stuff like that. Nothing too involved until later in the evening. For sure, eat something because lunch isn't until noonish, I think. And then you're responsible for your lunch. So you buy lunch. They'll give you dinner, but the dinner was kind of mid. I didn't take pictures because I forgot, but it was like grilled chicken and rice and spring rolls and like decent food, but it kind of didn't really go together. It was like spring rolls and grilled, I don't know, whatever. When we first got there, they have us in line outside the residence halls we were staying at. We stayed at Chautauqua and Giardia.
Gylardia.
And then if your parent or family want to stay on campus as well overnight, they stay in San Jacinto. They might change it, but that's where they were. My dad stayed in a hotel, so I don't know how that goes. And I would recommend, if you're capable, going with a friend so that you have someone that you know to stay with overnight. But I really didn't see my roommate very much, and my roommate was cool, so paired us up because we were just in line together, which was an amazing coincidence. It wasn't somebody that I wouldn't get along with, but we didn't see each other very much because we ended up being put in different presentation groups. After check-in, there's like a main presentation welcoming the student and the parents to Texas State and what it's like, the vibe of the university, faculty and administration presenting themselves and introducing themselves and trying to help welcome the families and kind of giving a good first impression of what the university is like. We went into the groups, like I said, the student-to-student groups. I was in group 9. In the student-to-student groups, we played games and talked to each other, and there was another presentation. Our group leaders, we had their names. I think it was Christian and Mandy. That might be wrong. I don't know. But they were really, really fun. And I liked my group a lot. And I met some amazing people. And I'm going to get to that later. The people that you'll meet. After the groups, we had lunch. This was when I went and got my photo ID card taken. and I actually looked so cute in my idea. I was like, oh my god. Anyway, I like raced from the classroom we were in to the downstairs where they were taking the pictures because I did not want to be in line the whole time. I was supposed to be having lunch. After that, it was more presentations for both parents and students, Bobcat Essentials, health and well-being, financial matters, and then it was Boco's Brows in a different ballroom in the LBJ. It was kind of like a career fair, or a club fair, I should say, because it was the different organizations, like tutoring center and admin and some sororities and fraternities, or the Greek life booth and study abroad and stuff like that, so that you can get to know different programs and services offered by the university. We talked to some girls, I think, I'm not sure, from Sigma Gamma Rho. I don't know. Whichever sorority it was, they were NPHC, National Panhellenic, and they were super nice, and we had really fun time talking to them. I didn't initially plan to join a sorority. I don't really know if I will, but it'll be theirs if it is. So trust. After the Boco's Brows, we had another presentation for students and parents. So in the involvement and engagement, we just kind of learned about like different clubs that are offered at the university, different ways to put yourself out there and get used to the environment and meet new people and become yourself there. After we got back into our groups, we had dinner. Dinner was but food is food. And then after dinner, I'm so mad that I didn't take any videos, but we had something called Hype Sesh, which upon hearing about it, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sounds fun. Hype Sesh, right? It was so much fun. They had all the students in the LBJ Grand Ballroom again, and they were teaching us like the alma mater and the fight songs and stuff, and we were just like, it was so fun. And all of the orientation leaders, I think the ones that I met at least, did a fantastic job at keeping us involved and engaged and excited. Um, I really was not expecting to have as much fun as I did, but it was fantastic. Um, After Hype Sesh was NSO After Dark. We got free tickets for Kona Ice. We got free snow cones. I definitely did put way too much syrup on mine, so be wary that you don't do that. Me and my friends hung out at George's pretty much the whole evening, but you can go to George's. George's is like a student lounge. Very cool. There's games inside. It's very fun. We did karaoke. Yeah. Recapping day one, we did 500,000 presentations. A lot of it was very guided. Lots of separation into groups, lots of collaboration. Everybody I talked to was super duper nice though. It was a lot of fun. Today is supposed to be self-guided. Hey Gwen, I'm vlogging. What's your recap of day one?
It was so fun. It's great.
There's so much going on. Day two started off with us checking out of our housing, giving back our key for the night, and then when you check out, that's when you get your ID card, and they give us some little pocket things to keep the cards in so we didn't lose them. I did lose the card holder, but I still have my card. Day two was mostly self-guided presentations and stuff. If day one you met with an advisor or advising told you that you need to take your TSI test, you do that on day two. We had a presentation for academic essentials, us understand how to choose our major and stuff like that. And then the parents also had their own presentation. And then there were a variety of educational sessions, and they might change the times and stuff, but it's all available on the orientation schedule that they'll have available for you when it's time for you to go. At this point, you'll probably have hopefully you'll have your room assignment. If you're living on campus, they'll do guided tours of the dorms, so you can go and see what the building is like, what your routine might look like. Checkout was from noon to 5 p.m. So like full checkout. You complete your course registration if you already haven't. And then if you haven't gotten your ID card at that point, then you will. We spent a lot of time on day two in the square, just kind of seeing the different like stores and stuff and restaurants and things that I'd be spending time in that weren't on campus, which I recommend doing if you get the time. Just kind of check out the area, go to the quad, go to the square. There was this really cool pizza shop. There were at least 5 coffee shops within like one street of each other. So if you like coffee like me, you're blessed. It's really important living on campus to not stay on campus all the time. I struggle a lot with cabin fever, like I get cooped up really easily. So getting to know the environment and the area around campus and not just on campus was really important for me because like you gotta live, you gotta know where you're gonna party at. I didn't say that. Also, okay, there are a couple different versions of the campus map. Keep one handy because you are gonna spend most of the time in this area, like the student center right there, that maroon. And we went into Alkek for a presentation. We were around here for a while. We parked in here. Okay. The parking was a thing, but be aware of where you're supposed to park because you are supposed to register for a parking pass, so you don't have to pay to park, which is good. But on our parking pass, they had us park. It was listed as one garage, and then when we got to that garage, it was like, oh, you can't park here for NSO. Park somewhere else, or park in this place. And then we got to this garage, and we couldn't park there either for some reason. So we had to pay to park in LBJ. It wasn't a huge deal, but it was kind of inconvenient. So have that sorted if you're parking. General notes. When you get there, be excited. I was standing in line moping like I was at a funeral. Like I don't know why I was so moody that day. It is genuinely one of the most fun experiences I've had as a teenager this far. I recommend pretending to be excited if you're not already excited. And if you're an introvert, I'm an introvert. Like I was not looking forward to meeting new people or talking to people. I was standing next to my dad in line. I was like, "Can I just stay at the hotel with you? Like I don't want a roommate." That's not an option, by the way. But I loved the roommate that I got. She was so cool. I had such a good time meeting people, and I met so many great girls that I'm probably going to be friends with for years, honestly, if not for the next year. You're setting a foundation not just in like a practical sense of like where you're going to live, what classes you're going to take, but the environment that you're allowing to impact who you become. So make friends, meet people, even if you don't have the same major, especially if you guys are different. It's good to understand all the different kinds of people you'll be around. I can understand being socially anxious. Like I definitely am not extroverted or outgoing. Most of the people that I talk to me first. I will say that. But don't be afraid to talk back. Like let people talk to you. Don't shut down. Don't hold yourself back. Be embarrassing. Be embarrassing and be embarrassed for a little bit. And that's a life tip, honestly. Just get out there. And even if it sucks, at least you tried. Get numbers, get Instagrams. I met some really cool people at this NSO and I had so much fun. So I highly recommend you do. Bring some pocket change. If you want to check out the bookstore. They had some really cool merch and stuff on clearance. I didn't really get anything. This is from the Campus Outfitters in the square. But them too. Also, a lot of businesses nearby are going to have free stuff. Like the Campus Outfitters store had like one free shirt for NSO participants. If you had your badge or whatever, you could show it to them. They'll give you a shirt. I think one of the other places had something going on. Just be aware of the deals and stuff. Be on the lookout. I recommend you go to all the presentations, but at the end of the day, like if you know you don't need that information, you don't need it. Like day 2 is very self-guided. If you're ready to go, if you're not needing all the different kinds of information they're giving you, just hang out, check out. We spent a lot of time just kind of walking around, kind of getting familiar with the campus because it's a huge campus, right? And so the week after my move in, I'm planning on just kind of walking around every other day and just kind of seeing the routes because the less lost I get, the better, I think. So I recommend doing that. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Like the advisors and counselors and people that are around are there to help you. I definitely did get lost a few times and confused. Just don't be afraid to ask for the help that is already being given to you. Like they're there for a reason. Just have fun. Like there's no trying to impress anybody here. There's no trying to prove anything. You're not competing for anything. Be yourself. Be outgoing if you can, and just really experience it, because I think if I had acted the way I normally act, I would not have had nearly as much fun as I did. I was a whole new person. Like, I was loud and exciting, and it was great. It was such a fun time. So I highly recommend that you just kind of get outside yourself. I'm very reclusive a lot of the time. I'm very introverted. I love people, but I don't like talking to people most of the time. So if you're anything like that, take my word, it's worth it to lie. Just lie. Pretend you're that person for a day, and it will be so worth it. I had so much fun. I learned so many names. Remember the names. Don't be afraid to ask someone their name more than one time, because I definitely did call somebody the wrong name a couple times. Get to know your orientation leaders. Like, they're there to meet you and to understand you and to help you. And they're not going to disappear after orientation. There are students there, so you can stay in contact and help. And maybe if you have the same major, do a study group, whatever. Just try to be outgoing. Try to get out there. Try to make the most of this experience, because you're going to be back on campus, but you're not going to be back at NSO, because you're not going to be a new student forever. Like, this is your first time and your last time being a freshman at university. So just, soak it up and really experience it. Take a lot of pictures and videos, because I wish I'd taken more. Make new friends. I think that's kind of all, honestly. Don't hold yourself back because you're worried about being embarrassing or people not liking you. There are too many people at this school for every single person you talk to not get along with you. So it's not possible mathematically. That's all I have for now. But if you're going to NSO soon, I hope you have such a good time. Document it, like I said. If you have questions, feel free to comment, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. But I really did enjoy my experience, and I'm really, really looking forward to going to school at Texas State. So, eat 'em up!